In life, we only have the right to tell someone we love them. You can only say to someone, I love you, after having said infinite times to that same person the phrase, I forgive you, because in truth we only know that we love. It is after having had the need to forgive, before through forgiveness we can even have admiration for someone. But admiring someone is still not loving. Why admiration? It doesn't lead us to give our lives for non-admiration. It's a feeling, a superficial situation, almost externally. I admire that person, but I know that I love them. It's after looking them in the eyes, knowing that they made a mistake, that they didn't do anything right, and yet I keep saying that I don't know how to live without you, despite having made so many mistakes. It continues to be special to me. We know that you love people, that's how it is. After having done an exercise of Elle looking into the eyes at the moment when she doesn't deserve to be looked at, and discovering there a chance. Isn't it over yet? A good thing in life is that we find people who treat us like this, with this level. For real, people who really know us, who have already been able to know all our qualities, but also all our defects. Because I am not just quality. I have a lot of defects. I only feel loved on the day when the other knows about my defects and still continues to believe in me. Often our human love is not like that. We love others for what they do right, for what's good for us, right? And sometimes we even choose friends like that. He's too good for me, and the day he stops being so, he stops being a friend. The day you failed, the day you made a mistake, the day you made a mistake, the day you forgot, the day you couldn't get it right. Does it still have value to you, or do you only love those who can do you good? What is haunt? That the merit lies in loving others even when they don't deserve to be loved. I know it's a challenge, but that's your religion. That's what we believe. That's what we drink on Calvary. A love that we don't deserve. Hosanna, why do we have any meaning? I believe there is no greater rest for our hearts than finding someone who loves us like this. I would like you to take into your life only the people you have with this ability to look into your eyes when you can't do anything right. If you continue to love him, believing in you, only let people into your life who want to make you better, because the people who diminish us, we are already full true friends. They are those who challenge us. They are those who challenge us. They are those who, at the moment when we are in the mud, in the eyes, tell us, you were not made for this. A real friend is the one who looks us in the eyes and makes us be more. A real boyfriend is the one who looks into your eyes and respects you as a woman, who thinks you are beautiful, but who respects you as a woman, because he knows that you are a heart that needs to be hugged much more, to be touched. It's a heart that deserves to be loved, and love comes before touching. Who said that kissing on the mouth is a declaration of love? It could even be one of the demonstrations. But I'm sure your heart feels much more loved the moment you are looked at in the right way than kissed in any way. Once I watched a film, and there I saw the most beautiful declaration of love in the entire history of cinema. A girl who lived in the countryside from England, who had a dream of being a great writer. Did she fight? She left that small village, left her boyfriend, who was a countryman, a simple man who could never go to the capital London with her. She decided to abandon him to try that dream of hers, and I left for London. She stayed there for about 6 years, trying her best to become a great writer. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She headbutted me. She tried, made a mistake, fell, until one day when she, tired, returned home, and the final scene of the film, her arriving in that village, on a rainy afternoon, she with her bags, walking under of that rain towards her house, when suddenly in the middle of the way, who was there? The old boyfriend. Understand, he continued to love her the same way he did when she left. He happy to see her return. Did you look into her eyes? Asked me. So, everything went well, at that? In this moment, she lowered her eyes. Nothing happened, right? She threw her bags on the floor and said, I came back, and I'm empty-handed. I have nothing at that moment. He approached. He looked at her hands. He looked at her eyes. And he said like this, "Your hands are empty." She said yes. Then a final kiss. Because there are many times when we too are empty-handed. Mouth full empty. There are many times when you kiss, 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 hug, 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 sex, and even so, he remains alone. Because a man lying on his side in bed is no guarantee of company. No woman lying on his side in bed can be a guarantee that we are accompanied, a suffering, and very deep in the hearts that are trivialized. There is a lot of suffering in the hearts that prostitute themselves. Why? Because there is always the feeling that they are used, that they have become public park-e, where others pass by, throw their trash. That's why what I say. It's not that we have a moralistic discourse, no. It's that I wouldn't like you to be empty-handed one day either. That's why before you enter this girl's life, you're the one who's already flirting there. Look into her eyes and try. Make her discover that you love her. Just by looking at her. Look one way. Make her feel loved. And if you look the right way, you don't need to be jealous because the woman who were looked at in one way, right? Never again? Do you want to find another? The man who is looked at in a certain way will never want another look. It's a time to hold your hands and say, "I'm here for you" side. And I want to be for you what you lack. I want to be that friend when you need a friend. Want to be a brother at the moment when you need a brother, at the moment when you need a brother, and even a father, a mother, at the moment when Ventura needs a father and a mother. Yours cannot fulfill that role. Marriages often don't work out. Do you know why? It's because sometimes, in life, people leave. Little by little, they're there every day, but they left a long time ago. They start to leave. The lover is not the first to leave generally. Then the friend leaves, and when he leaves, the friend is no longer married. Companionship no longer exists. Friendship no longer exists. Respect no longer exists. And we would all like to have a home that lasts. We would all like to have a home that lasts. We would all like to have parents who love each other, who would be respected if they stayed by our side, if they held our hand. At the moment when we have the feeling that they are empty, that for me is God, that hand, that sustains us at the moment when we think we have no one for us. For me, that is the heart of Jesus, for which I fell in love with, a heart that looks at me when everything went wrong, a heart that accepts me when everything went wrong, a heart that accepts me when everything goes wrong. When everything goes wrong, that loves me when I don't deserve to be loved, looks at me and tell me, "Do I still believe in you? I didn't give up on you." That's why, my people, I didn't make this channel to announce hell. I make this channel to announce heaven, because your ears can still hear me, can't they? Your heart can still feel with me what I'm saying. Don't stay here, there's still time. And heaven is the only certainty you have, because hell is only a reality for those who have already died. Be done, but you can still do a lot. You can still change the way you love. You can still change the way you live. You can still change the way you live. You can still change the way you live. Smile. You can still forgive the one you don't want to forgive. You can still treat well the one you despise so much. Because life still gives you the opportunity to, at this moment, become much better than you were. I believe that I am a missionary of God. That's why. Why my vocation is to influence people's lives in a positive way. It's important to remember there's still time. I made this channel for this, to say that God doesn't get tired of us. That every day before Him I have the same experience of hearing Him sing to me. If you like my video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe.